Community phlebotomists take hundreds of blood samples from patients in their own homes each day. Until recently, they have had big problems writing all the necessary details on small syringe labels.
So this is one of our syringes. When we complete a blood test, we have to fill in all the details for the patient to make sure it gets recorded correctly and dropped to the pathology lab. The problem we've been having is that these are very small. I don't know if you can see on the camera, but where we have to fit the 10-digit NHS number, it's about 1 centimetre big. So if you are like me and have got big handwriting, or you struggle with writing in general, you cannot fit the numbers within here, so it became a problem. Before now, we've had to use pens and we have to write on them, which sometimes results in bottles being rejected by the pathology team if they are incorrectly written or unreadable.
So originally this came to our attention with a staff member who had dyslexia, and to support that staff member, because they were unable to write on the blood bottles are very small and they had quite large handwriting, and they also struggled with spelling. So to support them, we contacted HIS to see if we were able to get a label printer specifically for that staff member. As we did that, we were rolling it out then hopefully towards the whole service, and it was different things that we could do as a service to provide the blood label printers for the whole service. And it was evidence in what a difference these would make to our service.
So the problem is similar to what I have in primary care as well. So it's printing labels to put on blood bottles, which primary care we do for quite some time now. So I spent some time with some of the locality engineers and had a look at the printers that they use and the software that they use. And I had a bit of tinkering time with System 1, and I was pretty sure I could save some money by not having to use a third-party bit of software. And I worked with Nicola and the rest of the team to be able to develop a button that you can press on System 1, and then it will print out the label for you, and you can print as many of those as you want. And they can take those out to the patient's home and just stick them onto the bottle.
So I'm going to go into a patient's record to press on the icon to press for the blood label, and all I need to do is just press the button twice for me to get 4 labels to go onto my blood bottle.
Understand you're now able to do this electronically, you print digitally. How much of a difference has that made?
A huge difference, particularly just with time with the patient and accuracy. So we are able to make sure that all the details on the bottle are correct, and that time we'd normally spend writing out the bottle we can spend with the patient, and obviously makes productivity a bit better also.
Productivity?
Yes.
So what difference has that made?
So for me, I can do 1 or 2 extra visits a day, 10 extra visits a week, and then if you spread that across, 30, 40 of us across the board, that's a huge number across the year.
Has it lived up to the expectations you had for it?
Absolutely, and more. Staff, like I say, are feeling less stress. We have less rejections from pathology. We have had a few technical issues along the way with anything electronic, but they've been ironed out, and I think when we do notice these, staff can really feel, you know, oh no, that it's not printing, and they've got to go back to handwriting and the dread they have on their face, and they're all ringing and saying it's not working. But HIS have really helped us, support us throughout all of that process. So they are making a huge difference to our service. Some patients could have up to 5 different blood bottles that need to be completed. So if you think the concentration it would take to complete those, now with just putting a label on it just gives them that little bit more time.
So the nice thing about this is we've already had a solution already out in primary care. So it's about stealing some of their ideas and lessons learned from there. And then looking forward, there's some extra things that we're going to do certainly in the inpatients areas, where we're going to roll out ICE, and they'll be able to request bloods and imaging through System 1. Obviously they'll be able to take the bloods there, print the labels, send it off to the UHL lab, and then they'll receive the results back straight into the patient's record.
So you're taking the learning from this, which is visiting patients in their own homes, and you're now going to be able to use that for patients that are admitted to our hospitals.
Yes, correct.
And this is the award that we won for the excellence in quality improvements to our service at LPT. Woo!